All right, welcome back to our real estate series. Today we have Kara Jones with Comparion Insurance. We're going to talk about home insurance, all things insurance. She's a friend of mine, a client of mine. So I thought it'd be a great idea to have her come on and kind of talk to us a little bit about what's going on in her world. So, Kara, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourself.
My name is Kara Jones. I'm with Comparion Insurance Agency. We're a company of Liberty Mutual. We're owned by them. And I started doing this over a year ago. I started as a life insurance agent, and then when I started shopping for home and auto insurance, I realized this sucks. This is a terrible experience. I don't like it, and decided to pursue my PNC and move on to home and auto.
Yeah, so I've sent a number of my clients your way, and they've all had a great experience, and they always come back saying how well of a job you did for them and got a really low price from on their home insurance. I do get the question sometimes from people that are just kind of getting into real estate, buying their first home. What exactly is home insurance? So I know it might sound like it's a well-known thing, but can you kind of explain to us like what exactly is home insurance? What does it cover? Why is it important? That sort of thing.
So, homeowners insurance is what's going to cover your house for a replacement cost if something catastrophic were to happen to it. So, if a fire started, burned your whole house down, homeowners is going to cover your whole house, everything with inside of it. If outer buildings such as your shed or detached garage were also to get damaged by said fire, that would also be covered. And then, if you have to be put up in a hotel or an apartment for a while your house is rebuilt, that is also covered. So there's four major coverages with your homeowner's insurance, and then there are additional riders that you could put onto it to have more things covered, such as water backup. So if your plumbing overflows and ruins your floors, that could be covered by your homeowners as well.
I think it's important to kind of talk about the difference between home insurance and actually a home warranty because I have some clients that kind of get those two things mixed up a little bit. I feel like a home warranty is more so for like a leaking dishwasher or maybe your heat pump goes bad. So I'll kind of have you talk about what's the difference between a home warranty and actually a home. I know you just talked about home insurance. What's the actual difference between the two?
So home warranty is going to cover all of your appliances, and then there's different levels of it where you could have it go from the dishwasher all the way on up to your HVAC. Just depends on what level you buy it at. Homeowners covers the building itself, and then your personal property. So even though you own the dishwasher, that doesn't count as personal property. We're talking more like couches, clothes, jewelry, your TVs, kids' toys, the whole shebang.
So so talking about home insurance, right? So I think some folks when they think about insurance, they think about car insurance, home insurance, whatever it might be. They kind of get a little bit uneasy about the entire process. So let's say there was a fire, like you mentioned earlier, or maybe a tree fell on somebody's roof or something like that. Like, what's the process and from start? Well, not A to Z, but like, how do they get things initiated when they do have to make a claim?
There's two different ways you can go. If you have a local agent like me, you can call me and I will walk you through those different steps and who you need to call, what we need to do to get it going. If you don't have a local agent, you just got stuck with travelers, for example, somebody assigned you to it when you bought your house, then you're going to have to call that 1-800 number and go through the process with press one for this, press two for that. So much longer process if you don't have a local agent, but
Yeah.
it's walk through every step of the way when you have a local agent.
Always better to. Like I kind of talk about that when I talk about my lenders, my mortgage lenders, my appraisers. You want to have somebody that's local you can kind of talk to and relate to about your situation. All right. So lastly, let's kind of talk about mortgage protection. A lot of times people they'll buy their house. I know this happened to me when I bought my house years ago. As soon as I bought my house, like 2 weeks later, I kept getting a bunch of stuff in the mail talking about mortgage protection or whatever you want to call it, just different names, I guess. And from my understanding, it's not a really a great situation, but I'll kind of have you elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I also got the same thing when I closed on my house.
Yeah.
But a mortgage protection plan is much like a term life policy. So it would be if you have a 30-year home loan, you would have a 30-year term policy for that. The difference between a term life policy and a mortgage protection plan is with those, every year that you're paying down your house, your death benefit is also going down. So by year 15, you've paid off half your house, your death benefit is now half of what it was, but your payment's not half of what it was. It's still going to be that. And then at the end of it, if something were to happen to you and you were to pass away, your death benefit is not paid out to your family. It is paid out to the mortgage lender, the bank, whoever owns the loan on the home. Whereas if you get a term policy, which I also offer, it will all the way through the 30 years, your family gets it. So, for example, if you have 1 year left on your loan,
Yeah.
and you pass away with a mortgage protection plan, the bank gets the rest of that. Your family has nothing. But with me, if you did it for XYZ amount, you have 1 year left on your loan, your family gets XYZ amount.
All right. So obviously you have a lot to offer. Obviously I'm in real estate, so I'm kind of having you come on today talking about home insurance. How about you go ahead and tell us what else you offer? And after that, let's kind of tell people how they're able to reach out to you and how can they get in contact with you.
So I'm your one-stop shop for insurance. I offer everything but health insurance, but I have partnered with other people in the area who are also local who offer what I don't offer. I do small business, commercial, long-term renters, going with the mortgage real estate side of it. I do
Yeah.
builders risks and home renters, auto, literally everything that needs insurance. I do jewelry, I do pets, I do RVs, motorcycles. If it needs insurance, you come to me and I have the insurance plan for you. And I have 30 different carriers, so I do the shopping for you. So you don't have to be the me who's like, this sucks, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I do it for you. And you can call or text me at 434-333-8831 or look up Kira Jones, Comparion Insurance Agency, Lynchburg, Virginia.
Thanks for coming on. Appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me.